And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, that's Ryan, and we are ready to break down today's baseball. I chose 4 games here that I like. I really like these 4 games, and then we'll get to last pitch at the end. A bit of a smaller slate for myself, but that's always okay, especially after a big slate yesterday. Looking back at yesterday a little bit, was a bit of a rough start to the day. Wasn't looking too good. I doubled down on BC Lions. I took the -9.5 live, and of course they won by like 30 points. And the Dodgers comeback was just amazing. Dodgers first 5 -0.5. I was sweating that out. And then the bottom of the 5th, Max Muncy hits that 3-run homer to cash that bet. So kind of a look back at yesterday, but we'll jump in today's slate, and we'll start with this one here. We have Tampa Bay Rays in Detroit. You can find Tampa Bay -185 to -190. You can find Detroit +150 to +165. And 8.5s, a couple 8s available in this one. I'm going to the first 5 for both of my bets here. So I'm kind of doubling down in the first 5. I took Detroit first 5 +0.5, +110. I think, and I took the first 5 under 4.5, which I got for -110. So you can get it for -105 now. But basically, I see a lower scoring first 5 here. I like both pitchers, especially as of late. And I could see a situation where this is 0-0 or 1-1 after the first 5. I could see Detroit leading. I wouldn't talk anybody off Detroit at the plus money. Just to get the first 5 +0.5, +110, which is also plus money. I just jumped on that in case it is tied. But I like the first 5 under 4.5 as well, which you can get at -110, -105 in some spots, -125, -130 in others. So definitely shop around in this game. Ryan, Rays and Tigers, what do you think here?
Yeah, I have similar thoughts. This Tigers team has basically been a machine to the under, and I'm looking in a lot of situations to play the under with this Tigers team. Nothing really stands out about this pitching matchup. Rasmussen has been pretty good, maybe smidge high on walks, but generally good performances. Manning, we don't know much about him. He was on the 60-day IL, and he's had a few spotty starts here and there. This series has been 2 pushes and an over, but before that, Detroit has 7 straight unders. The total has been set at 8 or under in 8 straight Tampa Bay Rays games. So the question is, why is it 8.5 now? And I have no idea, and I'm going to take the under 8.5.
All right, I like it. We'll move on along to the next one. Blue Jays are in Minnesota again for the 3rd game in this series. Currently, Minnesota is up 2-1 in this series. You can find Toronto -164 to -185. You can find Minnesota +140 to +154. 8.5s. I do see some 8s as well on the board here. Basically, so far, when it comes to this game, I do have Blue Jays in a 3-team parlay. I guess I should give that out right now because the first game is starting in 1 minute. So Houston, Toronto, and the Dodgers all on the money line +396. So that was my little 3-teamer that I have going for today. Not overly confident in the Houston play, but McKenzie is either going to be absolutely phenomenal and strike everybody out and have a great game, or he'll give up 4 or 5 runs. So we'll see exactly what happens with him. But I do have Houston in that 3-team parlay. Back to this game. I only have Toronto in a parlay right now. I will be going into a same game parlay for this game after the show once lineups are available. Yesterday, I added Vladimir Guerrero Jr., plus Lourdes Gurriel and Merrifield all to get a hit, which cashed. So I'll be kind of going back to that or something like that in this game. Chris Archer for Minnesota, I backed him this year. He was very consistent where he was giving up, going 4 innings, giving up about 2 runs, maybe 3. He was very consistent. Now, and he allowed 6 earned runs against Milwaukee, 4 earned runs against the White Sox, 2 in his last game against Detroit. So he has been kind of giving up runs here. This Jays team hasn't really looked good offensively the last couple of days, but I look for them to hit Archer here. Gosman is a bit of a wild card, 8-8 with a 3.06 ERA on the year. Kind of like McKenzie, he's either really good or not so good. So we'll see what Gosman does. He has been striking out a lot of players, of a lot of hitters, but Minnesota's pretty good when it comes to strikeouts, so I stayed away from that. But we'll look for the Jays to win this one, and we'll look at a same game parlay after the show with some Jays players to get a hit. Vladdy, I believe, is 17 games where he's got a hit. So, and he can definitely hit a home run. So if you want to look at a home run prop, I would look at Vladdy against Archer here. Ryan, Blue Jays Twins. What do you think here?
I like Gausman, and the thing that stands out is not so much his history and performance, but if you look at some of the advanced numbers, like his fielding independent ERA, it's a really low 2.09, which means that, or it could mean that he's sort of had some misfortune, and his record and performance could be better, may be better in the long term than what we're seeing recently. He also pitched very well in his last performance, which I believe was at Tampa Bay. So I'm trying to ride a hot streak here with Gausman, and I think this is the right spot for it. Archer has been on the 60-game IL, so I think we only see 4 innings from him. I also think advantage is to the Toronto bullpen. So I give advantage to Gausman. I give advantage to the Toronto bullpen. And also, Toronto has been number 2 in batting average post All-Star break. Minnesota's number 23. So advantage to the Toronto hitters. And you add all that up, and this to me leads to a Toronto run line play for me.
Awesome. If you see a Minnesota pitcher named Emilio Pagan come in, I would highly recommend betting the Blue Jays when that happens, because he definitely got smashed the other night there. So I'll be looking live if it is a close game when he comes in, because he'll give up some runs for sure. But moving on along, this one, my favorite game of the day. We have the New York Yankees and the St. Louis Cardinals. You can find the Yankees anywhere minus 130 to minus 138. So pretty similar odds all across the board for the Yankees. The Cardinals, you can find them plus 110 to plus 117. So again, books are very aligned with the 2 money line plays. When it comes to the total, we do have some 7.5s, mostly 8s in this one here. I'm going to the first 5, and I'm taking St. Louis first 5 plus a half. The thing is I got it at minus 115 at FanDuel earlier. So now it's minus 130. I would recommend taking St. Louis money line in the first 5 at this point. But the fact that I got the minus 115, I jumped on that right away when I saw it. And then I also took St. Louis money line full game at plus 120. You can get it at plus 117 now. Basically, yesterday I completely misread the game. I did think it was going to go over, but I did say on the show that Montgomery could definitely come out and pitch a good game against his former team. I could see that happening, and that's exactly what happened. So the bats were kind of quiet yesterday. I think they're going to be kind of quiet again here. Wainwright, that game against Toronto, where he just was absolutely amazing. Followed it up with another really good game, I believe, against Cincinnati. Obviously, Yankees, different animal, but Yankees not really playing the best right now. Kind of coasting here since the All-Star break. Frankie Montas will make his debut for the Yankees. He has pitched pretty well lately against Houston, Detroit, and Seattle. So we'll see exactly what happens here. I wouldn't talk anybody off looking at the under. If you look at the first 5 under, it's minus 102 at one spot for the under 4. That's basically what I would look at if I was going to take a total in this game, would be the under. But I like the Cardinals here as a big underdog at home. I think they are a good underdog spot here. Ryan, Yankees, Cardinals, what do you think here?
Sounds like we're much aligned in our picks. I look at this and I don't see anything wrong with either pitcher's numbers. Montas has been good. He missed some time in July with a shoulder injury. Wainwright does have some advantageous home numbers, so that's something positive about him. I think the real thing here is just momentum, and I'm not getting in front of this Cardinals team. They've won 6 straight, and now you're telling me they're a home dog in what should be a fairly even pitching matchup. I just think that as a home dog, this is a no-brainer, and I'm on the Cardinals for the full game plus 113 line. Just because of the momentum. The Yankees losing 4 straight, obviously mostly from this series. You mentioned that this one pitcher that you're fading. The Cardinals have this guy that comes out of the bullpen, Ryan Hensley, I think is his name, and this guy just deals. He throws 103 miles an hour at in a middle relief. So he's a guy I'm looking for to come in and lock this game down. And I'm on the Cardinals.
Awesome. Yeah, we are very aligned. We'll see if it continues here with the Sunday night game. This is going to be a good one. As I said, the Dodgers yesterday really came through for me when I needed them. The first 5 obviously covered the full game as well. So that was excellent. Now we have the Sunday night game. You can find San Diego plus 110 to plus 120. You can find the Dodgers minus 135 to minus 140. 8.5, some 9s available in this one. Basically for me, Dodgers first 5 minus a half, Dodgers full game minus 1.5. You can find the full game minus 1.5 at plus 155. I got the first 5 minus a half plus 105. This Dodgers team, since their legendary announcer passed away, has just been amazing. I think they really wanted to show San Diego that, yes, they got Soto, yes, they got Bell, but they still have to deal with this Dodgers team. And I think Dodgers wanted to kind of prove themselves as a superior team. They've certainly done it so far. I don't see why that stops tonight. So first 5, full game. Both my biggest bets of the night, a unit on both for me. I like the Dodgers to keep rolling here. Sunday night baseball. And when you look at the pitchers, Darvish against Tyler Anderson. Darvish much better at home than on the road. Tyler Anderson, consistent. In his last game, his worst game of the year, still a win. He gave up 6 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 walks against San Francisco. So still won his worst game of the year. I think he bounces back here against the Padres team. So I like Dodgers full game and first 5 run line. Ryan, Padres Dodgers, what do you think here?
Yep. So I see the same thing, and again, I'm just going to ride the momentum with the Dodgers on this one. I actually think that Darvish is a better pitcher, or pitching better right now than the 2 previous guys that the Padres have put out there, Clevenger and Manaea. I think he gives them a strong chance to win this game. But Tyler Anderson, he's got a 1.11 July ERA. And I just can't, get. I'm not going to step in front of this Dodgers team the way they're playing. I also give an advantage to the Dodgers bullpen, which has been number 1 in the league in the last 10 games. the Dodgers hit right-handed pitching very well. They've been hitting really well since the All-Star break, and to me, this adds up to yet another Dodgers win. Am on the money line though. That looked like a good price for me. I know the Dodgers are a run line machine, but I'm just not getting there. And I wouldn't talk anyone off of a really attractive plus 155 Dodgers run line, but I'm on the money line for this game. I've been also riding overs, but 8.5 seems really high for this game for these two pitchers. That seems really high, and I considered the under, but the other thing is that these are pitchers that tend to have more contact, and these are teams that obviously are finding contact. So, I'm staying off the total, but I'm on the side here.
All right. Cubano, we're just about to get to the last pitch, so we'll answer this question about if we like the Orioles just in a second here. BetStamp, use code WILD when signing up. Find the best odds for whatever you're looking for. I chose this game here as an example to quickly talk about Washington, Philly. Philadelphia minus 300 to minus 333. Washington plus 255 to plus 270. So big, huge favorites for Philadelphia, depending on where you like. You can find the minus 2.5 at plus money, or if you don't mind, minus 145, minus 150. You can take the full game run line there for Philadelphia. Find the best odds for whatever you're looking for. Find me. Let's Go Wild Picks on BetStamp and use code WILD when signing up. Going on to last pitch. Not much else for me. I didn't really target any of the other games here. To answer Cabana's question about Pirates and Orioles, I would only back the Orioles in this spot, but I don't like how big of favorites they are. You would have to take them on the run line because they're minus 175 favorites. I know it's Pittsburgh, but I still don't really think Baltimore should be that big a favorite. So I stayed off that game and basically stayed off the rest of the slate as well. Philadelphia game, I wanted to take the Phillies in some form, but that Washington pitcher has pitched pretty well so far, and the little bits that he has pitched, so I'm not going to go against him. Reds and Brewers, that could be an under spot, but I'm just not getting involved in that either. White Sox and Rangers, that certainly looks like an over spot, but the White Sox offense has been kind of very quiet lately. The Rangers offense can explode. So in the last few games, so I could see an over there. Didn't quite get to it. Giants and Athletics, Webb against Martinez. This should be a Giants smash spot. I don't trust the Giants to back them. And Webb is coming off a bad game against the Dodgers. And the other three games I am passing again. I want to back Marco Gonzalez in Seattle against the Angels. But Marco Gonzalez has been getting lit up as well lately. So nervous about that. Braves Mets, as I said, I don't bet Mets games the rest of the year, but would look under in that one if I was going to get to it. I would look at the first 5 under. But again, the way the Mets offense has been lately, I don't know if I'd want to take an under. So I'm happy to pass in that one. Ryan, last pitch. What do you think here?
Yeah, I just have a couple other plays that I haven't talked about yet. I'm also on the Phillies. I'm looking to get on the Phillies, in some form or capacity. And basically, I like Nola, and I think I'm usually trying to back him in most circumstances. And the way this Nationals team is playing, sign me up. I want to get involved in some way. And basically, as I'm giving out as a parlay piece for the first 5 minus 205. And I'm the same. I feel the same way about Abbott. When you have these guys from AAA that don't have much of a track record, I usually assume they pitch well, and I'm assuming that. And even given that, I'm backing the Phillies on this one. Marlins Cubs, basically, real simple. The Marlins can't hit out of a paper bag. All their trends go under. The Cubs are a dead under team, but I'm over this 9.5 total. for one reason: the wind is blowing out of Wrigley. And what I do is, you can go. There's a Wrigley Field Cam. Just go to your favorite search engine and look for the Wrigley Field Cam, and you can see that the outfield um, flags are just, are pointed directly out of dead center, and it's blowing hard. And I've done this twice before. It hasn't blown out like this since maybe like late May or June. And just blindly betting the over when the wind is blowing out like this has been 2-0 for me. And so I'm gonna do it again today. The other game, the other total I'm on today is Angels Mariners over 8. Basically, these are teams. Neither team hits very well. Especially given some of the injury issues they have. Also, T-Mobile Park is very much an under park, and I'm looking for unders in a lot of spots there. However, I just think that this combination of pitchers, there's too much gasoline, and I just think that this is just going to go over. And eight is a total that I want to get on. This Tucker Davidson guy, acquired in trade from the Braves, mostly pitching AAA. Again, he may pitch well. Marco Gonzalez, he's now entered this rarefied air of pitchers that have a negative WAR, wins above replacement, and this is like the Dallas Keuchel, Caprillion, Wanadone. This is the rarefied air of bad pitchers, and I'm either looking to fade him now, or I'm looking at totals. And in this case, I'm looking at totals. You're going to give me a AAA guy in Marco Gonzalez and a total of 8. I'm going to play the 8. So those are my plays for today. I did look at some of the other things. I could only bet the over in Rockies Diamondbacks. Just Urania Davies, it's just a bad pitching matchup. But I've not been doing well in picking that matchup. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing Logan Webb and Adrian Martinez, and that's just a huge mismatch. But I'm a little bit, neither team hits well, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about that. I'm usually looking to fade Spencer Howard and the Rangers, but how can you back this White Sox team? They've gone against two pretty bad pitchers, Dane Dunning and Glenn Otto, and have managed 2 runs. You just can't back this team. That's a no play for me. And those are all my picks.
All right. We will go on to the best bet segment here. I'll bring up current everything. We'll start with over under, as we usually do here. And for me, one total today: Tampa Bay, Detroit, first 5 under 4.5. Nick is going with Boston, Kansas City, first 5 under 5. Tim is going to the WNBA and going Las Vegas, Seattle under 167.5. And Dave is going with Atlanta, New York Mets, first 5 under 3.5. Ryan, is there a total that you like today?
Tampa Bay, Detroit, full game under 8.5.
Right. Perfect. And we will go on to dog of the day. For me, I have a dog today. St. Louis Cardinals, around plus 120. I got them at Colorado Rockies for Nick, and Kansas City Royals for Tim and Dave. Ryan, is there a dog that you like today?
I'm also on the Cardinals.
Thanks. All right, best bet, best parlay piece. I'm switching it up here a little bit for parlay piece. I'm going to take Vladdy to continue his hit streak here. So Guerrero Jr. to get a hit. Nick is going with the Blue Jays money line. Tim is going with the Chicago Sky money line. And Dave is taking the Dodgers money line. Ryan, what do you think here for a parlay piece?
I am taking the Phillies first 5 run line minus 205.
Right. Philly first 5 minus a half. And then for best bets, for me, Dodgers full game -1.5 plus 155. Great value. Back in the Dodgers here full game. Nick is going. He is fading the -300 and taking Washington Nationals first 5 money line plus 260. Tim is going with Chicago White Sox, Texas over 8.5. And Dave is taking the St. Louis Cardinals first 5 money line as his best bet. Ryan, what do you think here? Best bet.
I'm just taking the safer version of your bet, the Dodgers money line, which is -130.
All right. Perfect. And that is the show. We'll go to the comment here. Margie's dog of the day is Detroit. So good luck with that. I'm on Detroit first 5. I'm not full game, though. And then Cubano about Terry's famous parlays. Only one today. Houston, Toronto, and the Dodgers. Same game parlays will be coming up after the show. Follow me at Let's Go Wild Picks on Betstamp to find those, or at Let's Go Wild Picks on Twitter. Football show, 3 days away, Wednesday night. Definitely tune into that. I've already been working on the season, each division season preview. We'll go division by division, give out futures, give out our picks and stuff. Would love to have you in the comments, so tune into that, the football show, Wednesday night. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you again tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck tonight, guys.